Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB, and today is the 6th of July 2023, and the global cryptocurrency market, guys, has marginally gone down. But what is a bit surprising, guys, is that the fear and greed index has moved towards greed, and yesterday the number was 61 and today the number was 63. So it is a bit ironic that the global cryptocurrency market has gone down, but the fear and greed index has gone up. So definitely interesting and positive news. Now in today's episode, guys, we are going to be discussing some news regarding Web 3.0, and it is more to do with losses that have been accumulated, particularly in the first quarter of this year. And there is a security firm that did actually identify that $656 million has been lost in so-called Web 3.0 protocols. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what that news is all about. And guys, unfortunately, we do have some negative news regarding Binance in Australia, and looks like they are under scrutiny by the Security and Exchange Commission in Australia. And to be honest, guys, 2023 looks like it is one of the worst years for Binance. The SEC in US is going after them. They had quite a lot of drama in France and quite a lot of other places as well. And more importantly, guys, the Binance BUSD market cap has been on a downfall. So definitely not good news, particularly in the world of Binance. And guys, lately there's some drama going on in the Twitter world as well. And Elon Musk, he did actually launch new protocols where he's kind of restricting people to see the number of tweets. And because of that, guys, there are potentially two new protocols. One is called as Spill and the second one is called as Threads. Now Threads is connected to Instagram and it is owned by none other than Mark Zuckerberg, and they are going to be launching tomorrow. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the left-leaning ideologies are looking forward towards Thread. Now personally, guys, in Dubai and UAE, quite a lot of people use Instagram, and if Thread is connected to Instagram, I do see a lot of volumes so far as the interaction is concerned, particularly in the UAE. And the Western countries are really, I'm not sure. So we'll very briefly touch base on that, and it'll be really interesting to see if either Spill or Threads is somehow connected to blockchain technologies, or maybe the tipping mechanism uses Lightning Network by Bitcoin or any other meme coin as well. So really positive and interesting news, keeping in mind the whole Web3 dialogue. Now regarding UAE, guys, we have two news. Now the first news, guys, is from another Emirate called as Russell Khaimah, and the news is that UAE Free Zone is teaming up with HBAR Foundation, which is more to do with Hedera Hashgraph, and they're doing that in order to support Web3 protocol. Now this news, guys, is actually published by Cointelegraph, which is one of the leading media publication that actually talks about cryptocurrencies. So definitely a positive news. And the second news, guys, is regarding Global Millennium Capital. And listen, guys, if you're a startup, if you're a founder and are looking to launch funds, they are starting a Web3 accelerator program aiming at investing in pre-seed to Series A companies. So definitely check it out. And in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explain what that protocol is all about. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. So let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE, and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE, and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events, and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Shalhoub Group, a luxury retail and distributor which is headquartered in Dubai, are getting into the NFT game. And here's the deal guys, they are not just getting into the NFT and metaverse space, they are going to be shaping the NFT, metaverse and Web 3.0 space, which I believe is excellent not just for Dubai and UAE, but also for the global cryptocurrency community as well. And guys, Shalhoub Group's Web 3.0 sneaker brand called Soulmates revealed their first NFT collection on the 12th of April. Now what is really interesting is that it's called as Soulmates, so it's spelled as S for sugar, O for orange, L for Larry. Now instead of E, they've replaced it with Web3 and it is the number 3, mates.xyz. And guys, listen, Shalhoub Group has over half a century's worth of experience in luxury goods, and them getting into the NFT space is a massive deal. Now if you're a sneakerhead, you definitely need to check out soulmates.xyz. And once again guys, the number is 3 instead of an E. It has all the information, and in the show notes below you'll get all the information. And listen guys, if you want to be an early adopter, you can also pre-mint it at www.premint.xyz/soulmates. So definitely check it out. And they have a Discord community as well. And guys, Nick, who is the head of corporate innovation at Shalhoub Group and also the co-founder of Soulmates, has a WhatsApp group where he constantly provides updates in the area of NFTs, Metaverse and Web 3.0. So guys, check out soulmates.xyz and be part of the Soulmates OG NFT that is definitely going to shape the industry. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now since the last 24 hours, there is not much movement, particularly in the world of the global cryptocurrency market. The global cryptocurrency market is at $1.19 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 1.03%. The total cryptocurrency market volume hasn't moved much either. It is at $31.56 billion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is down by 2.61%. The volume in DeFi, guys, is once again ridiculously low, and it is only at $2.74 billion. And if you look at the total value locked, it is at $44.82 billion. And Lido, guys, is definitely leading the pack so far as the total value locked is concerned, and it is at $14.57 billion. And later on, guys, I'm going to be discussing Glassnode's weekly insight. And this Monday, guys, they talked quite a lot about Lido. So it looks like Lido is definitely taking over the news from the world of Bitcoin as well. So definitely interesting protocol. Now, DeFi, guys, as of now, accounts for 8.33% of the total cryptocurrency market 24-hour volume. Now, one of the troublesome metrics, guys, is that the volume of DeFi is low and the percentage is marginally increased. And this, to be honest, is not ideal. Ideally, how it should work is the volume should be high and the percentage should be high as well. But unfortunately, two metrics, particularly for DeFi and stablecoins, is that the volume is ridiculously low and the accounting for a high percentage, definitely not ideal. Now let's very quickly run through the 24-hour volume of DeFi protocols. Now yesterday, guys, Uniswap's volume had crossed the $1 billion mark, but as of today it is at $777.89 billion. Now, guys, what I'll be really curious to see if there are individuals who are using Uniswap protocol or decentralized exchanges, or are there centralized exchanges, or are there institutions who are using decentralized exchanges as well? The reason being, look at it from a regulatory point of view. And few days ago in my Crypto and Coffee 88 podcast, guys, I did actually mention, I believe it was the country of Belarus and even Thailand, where they actually restricted people from using peer-to-peer transactions. So it could be possible, guys, when you're looking at peer-to-peer exchanges such as Uniswap, the government could go ahead and put severe restrictions, not necessary for individuals, but let's say for institutions and businesses. As a matter of fact, guys, government can put restrictions on individuals to use peer-to-peer cryptocurrency platforms as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see the analysis of the $777.89 billion. How many of them, let's say, are centralized exchanges? How many of them are businesses? How many of them are actually entities that are using these protocols? Because once again, guys, a government and regulations can restrict the user on board. Now, the second protocol, guys, is PancakeSwap, and the 24-hour volume is $304.45 million. And the same thing can be applied for PancakeSwap and pretty much all of the DeFi protocols as well. And that just might be one of the threats that could actually slow down user adoption in DeFi protocols. Now, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, Core Finance is number third, and its volume is $175.43 million, followed by Balancer at $153.15 million, and finally, guys, Dodo at $97.85 million. Now let's quickly look at the volume of stablecoins. Not only is it ridiculously low at $28.68 billion, it also accounts for 90.86% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. So listen to this, guys. The total cryptocurrency market volume is $31.56 billion. Out of that, Tether USDT accounts for $21.36 billion. So definitely not a good thing. And out of that, the volume of stablecoins accounts for $28.68 billion. And out of this $28.68 billion, guys, Tether USDT is accounting for $21.36 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $3.06 billion and Binance BUSD, guys, at $2.16 billion. Now let's quickly look at the market cap, the 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin's market cap did actually cross the $600 billion mark. Unfortunately, guys, because of the SEC news being delayed regarding the Bitcoin spot ETF, the market cap has gone down to $591 billion. Ethereum is at $229 billion. Now, let's say, for instance, guys, if the SEC, for some wild reason, does actually approve BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, the Bitcoin market cap would definitely shoot past the $1 trillion mark. And to be honest, guys, knowing the cryptocurrency world, it just might happen in 3 to 4 days. So definitely crazy world of cryptocurrencies. Now, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin is $12.2 billion, whereas Ethereum is $5.9 billion. The dominance, guys, surprisingly for Bitcoin and Ethereum has been relatively consistent. Bitcoin's dominance is 49.80%, whereas Ethereum is 19.30%. Now, in today's episode, guys, let me very quickly run through the market cap of Web3 protocol and also the market cap of privacy coins. Now, the reason why I decided to look at the market cap of Web3 protocols, because later on, guys, I'm going to be discussing the number of attacks, the number of rug pulls, the number of scams and the total amount of money that is lost in Web3 protocols. And all this thing happened in the first quarter of 2023. Now, so far as the number one Web3 protocol is concerned, it is Chainlink, and its market cap, guys, has definitely shot up, particularly in the last 7 days. It is currently at $3.38 billion. Now, very specifically, remember, I looked at this number probably a week or 2 weeks ago, and Chainlink's market cap was roughly around $2.5 billion. So definitely Web3 protocols are definitely picking up pace. Now, the number second protocol is Filecoin, and its market cap is $2.05 billion. And a few days ago, guys, I did actually mention that the price of Filecoin did actually shoot up by well over 10%. The number third protocol, so far as Web3 is concerned, is the Graph, and its market cap is $1.07 billion. Now, guys, let's quickly look at the market cap of privacy coins. And Monero is number one, guys, and its market cap has also picked up pace, and it is at $3.04 billion. And I remember, guys, at least around a month ago, the market cap of Monero used to hover somewhere between the $2.2 billion mark. So it looks like there is a lot of momentum, particularly in XRM or Monero. Now let's look at the market cap of the second and the third protocol that deals in privacy coins. The second one is Mask Network, and its market cap is $278 million, followed by Zcash at $268 million. Now in today's episode, guys, I'm very briefly going to run through Solana blockchain protocol. Now listen, guys, I'm particularly not a fan of Solana blockchain protocol. According to me, it is a centralized blockchain protocol, and the founder, Anatoly Yakovenko, did notoriously say something bad regarding Bitcoin, and ever since he said that, Solana's block production has been stopped several times, and it has happened for well over 12 to 15 hours. So in today's episode, I'll very briefly go ahead and explain what Solana blockchain is, who are the founders of Solana, and what is it that makes Solana unique. Now listen, guys, at the moment the price is $18.82, and the current ranking is number 9 via coin market cap. So let me very briefly run through what Solana blockchain is, because Solana, guys, is a highly functional open source project that banks on blockchain technology's permissionless nature to provide decentralized finance solutions. Now, while the idea and initial work on the project began in 2017, Solana was officially launched only in March of 2020 by the Solana Foundation, with headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, and the notorious character or legend Sam Bankman-Fried was heavily associated with Solana. Now, the Solana protocol, guys, is designed to facilitate decentralized apps or dApps creation, and it aims to improve scalability by introducing proof of history or POH consensus combined with the underlying proof of stake protocol. And because of the innovation hybrid consensus model, guys, Solana enjoys interest from small-time traders and institutional traders alike, and a significant focus for Solana Foundation is to make decentralized finance accessible on a larger scale. Now listen, guys, if you truly understand what decentralized finance is, one of the reasons why decentralized finance did actually pick up pace was because of Solana blockchain protocol. Unfortunately, they later on found out that the entry that they were doing in DeFi Llama was often twice or thrice, and because of that, guys, the total value locked did actually reach $240 billion for all DeFi protocols. And when they found out that Solana actors were notoriously double entry or triple entering their transaction details, and ever since, the total value locked has gone down, and also Solana blockchain protocol has been hit heavily. And later on, we also found out that notorious actor or legend Sam Bankman-Fried has always been associated with Solana as well. But one thing to note, guys, so far as the total value locked and the double entry and triple entry is concerned, Sam Bankman-Fried had absolutely nothing to do with this. But the problem actually started with Solana when the founder of Solana blockchain protocol or centralized blockchain protocol, that is Anatoly Yakovenko, did actually state in one of the interviews with CNBC that in order for Bitcoin to be relevant, it needs to change its consensus mechanism. And ever since that statement, guys, Solana blockchain protocol has been facing a lot of problem. And to be honest, guys, I do think that they are a centralized blockchain protocol because they have consciously made decisions to stop producing block. And it isn't just once, it has happened several times. Now, one thing to note, guys, that Anatoly Yakovenko is the most important person behind Solana, and his professional career started in Qualcomm, and he became a senior staff engineer manager in 2014. In 2015, and later on, guys, his professional path shifted, and Anatoly Yakovenko entered a new position as a software engineer at Dropbox. And in 2017, guys, Anatoly Yakovenko started working on a project what would later materialize to be called as Solana, and he teamed up with his Qualcomm colleague Greg Fitzgerald, and they founded a project called Solana Labs, attracting several former Qualcomm colleagues in the process, and the Solana protocol and SOL token or SOL token was released to the public in 2020. Now let me very briefly guys run through what is it that makes Solana unique, because one of the essential innovations of Solana is that it brings to the table its proof of work history consensus, which is developed by Anatoly Yakovenko, and this concept guys allows for greater scalability of the protocol, which in turn boosts usability. And Solana guys is known in the cryptocurrency space because of the incredibly short processing time the blockchain offers, and Solana's hybrid protocol allows for significantly decreased validation times for both transaction and smart contract execution. Now with this lightning fast processing time, Solana has attracted a lot of institutional interest as well, and the Solana protocol is intended to serve both small-time users and enterprise customers as well. And one of Solana's main promises is to customers is that they will not be surprised by increased fees and taxes, and the protocol is designed in such a way to have low transaction costs while guaranteeing scalability and fast processing. Now this is the area guys where you truly need to understand what blockchain trilemma problem is. Yes, you can offer a lot of transactions per second or TPS, but are you compromising on centralization? And unfortunately, that is the case with Solana blockchain protocol, or I like to call it centralized blockchain protocol. Now going back to the news regarding Solana guys, I do very specifically remember that Solana price did actually gain over 700% since mid of July 2021, and I used to see so many articles via LinkedIn where they were praising Solana blockchain protocol, and they often used to say that it is another Ethereum killer. But lately guys, the news regarding Solana blockchain has definitely died down, and the launch of Degenerate Aped NFT collection did actually send the price of SOL token to an all-time high about $60, but right now it is down to $18.82. And one of the reasons why the price pumped up back then was largely due to higher developer activity in the Solana ecosystem, greater institutional interest, and growing DeFi ecosystem, and the rise of NFTs in gaming back then were absolutely vertical on Solana, and that's one of the reasons why guys, in September 9, 2021, the price of one Solana reached an all-time high of $216. Now imagine guys, from $216, now it is down to $18.82. Definitely not ideal. So listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding Solana blockchain protocol, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to solana.com and also try to listen to interviews of Anatoly Yakovenko. Now, most of the things that he says you may not like it, but nonetheless it's still important to go ahead and listen to what he says. Now guys, let's discuss the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now the price of Bitcoin has gone down and it is currently at $30,463. Now since the last 24 hours though, it is down by 0.87%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 1.18%. Ethereum guys is also down, and it is currently at $1,909, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.42%, but over a period of 7 days, it is at $4.12. Binance BNB coin guys is at $238, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.13%, and since the last 7 days, it is down by 4.73%. Now for some odd reason guys, if you look at the fear and greed index, yesterday it was 61, and it was definitely in greed, but today it is at 63, so it could be possible that there is general interest among cryptocurrencies, and there might be a lot of buying going on as well. So really I'm not sure why the greed index has actually gone up while the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has gone down. But this, to be honest guys, is the power of news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, and I wouldn't be surprised guys once the Bitcoin Spot ETF by BlackRock is increased, the fear and greed index gets closer to 100. I'm definitely hoping for that. Now one thing that could actually reduce the fear and greed index and get it down to complete fear is the number of frauds and scams that are currently taking place. And in today's episode guys, let me very briefly run through what is going on with Web3 protocol. And Bureau's Web3 security firm has reported that in the first half of 2023, the Web3 industry lost as much as $656 million to hackers, phishing scam, and so-called rug pulls. Now if you do want to find out the information guys, you can find out the official link via bitcoin.com, and you can also look at the link via the show notes below. So let me very briefly run through what that report shows, because the report shows that hacking alone accounted for approximately $471 million, nearly 72% of the total losses, and phishing scams guys accounted for almost 17% of the total losses, which is approximately $108.3 million. And finally guys, notorious actors like Sam Bankman-Fried and rug pulls, which rocketed decentralized finance in 2021, accounted for remaining $75.87 million. Now, one thing to remember, guys, that $197 million on Yuan of finance, which was blamed on North Korea-backed cyber criminals, is the biggest as of yet in 2023. And Bitcoin.com has actually provided a brilliant summary, and what that article actually states: a total of 85 decentralized finance projects accounted for the biggest portion of the losses, and that equated to $292.6 million. And contract vulnerability, which was most common, was accounting for number 60, and the type of attack during the period with losses was roughly around $264.1 million. And look, guys, this is one of the dangers of smart contract. An average individual person does not know how to read smart contracts. Now, granted, there are auditing firms who do auditing only for smart contracts, but could it be possible that the auditing firm does actually identify and hack, but they don't go ahead and report it, and they have connection with some hackers? And that's how the hacking works. In the crazy world of cryptocurrency, guys, everything is possible. And the report, guys, by Bitcoin.com also states that arbitrage attacks, private key compromises, and misconfiguration were other common tactics used by criminals. So definitely not a positive outlook for Web 3.0 protocol. Now, guys, what I'm going to be discussing next is the Glassnode's weekly insights. And Glassnode's, guys, they tend to provide a weekly insight every Mondays. Now, very few times they have covered news only regarding Ethereum, and to be honest, last Monday was one of those days. And to be honest, if you look at all the weekly insights, they often tend to cover Bitcoin the most. But the reason why they covered Ethereum Insight this week is because of Lido. So we'll definitely go ahead and talk what that news is all about. So Glassnode's weekly insight, guys, discusses the surge in liquid staking, and the insight states that since Ethereum Shanghai upgrade, a very clear market preference for liquid staking token has been emerged, and that is Lido. And Lido's HDETH maintains an impressive dominance, guys, with DeFi capital flowing, suggesting it has become a preferred collateral asset. And look, guys, I've been covering news regarding Lido on an absolutely daily basis, and before the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade, the number one protocol so far as the total value locked is concerned has always been MakerDAO. Now let me very briefly run through what the insight states, because the insight states that the introduction of Ethereum staking withdrawal functionality in mid-April has generated significant interest in liquid staking tokens, and liquid staking allows Ethereum holders, guys, to stake their tokens and earn staking rewards while still maintaining the flexibility to trade or use them in decentralized finance protocols. And this has opened up new opportunities for Ethereum holders to put their assets to work and earn additional income. And among the various liquid staking providers, guys, Lido has emerged to be the dominant player in the market, and Lido offers a user-friendly and secure platform for Ethereum holders to stake their tokens and receive liquid staking tokens in return. And mind you, guys, these tokens such as HDETH represents a stake in underlying Ethereum 2.0 beacon chain as well, and Lido's dominance is evident through its overwhelming supply, liquidity, and integration network effects. It has attracted a large number of Ethereum holders who have chosen to stake their tokens through Lido, resulting in a substantial supply of liquid staking tokens in circulation. And this abundance of token enhances the liquidity, making it easier for users to trade, swap, or use them in various DeFi applications. Now let me know, guys, if you're someone who uses Lido Finance, because this, guys, to be honest, I've been tracking it on a daily basis, and the dominance in DeFi space is definitely clear. Furthermore, guys, it's important to know that Lido's integration network effects have played a crucial role in solidifying its market's position, and Lido has established partnership and integration with several leading DeFi protocols and platforms. This means, guys, that users can utilize their liquid staking tokens seamlessly in a wide range of applications, such as, let's say, lending, borrowing, yield farming, and quite a lot more. However, guys, it's important to know that despite Lido's dominance, a new trend has emerged in DeFi integration of liquid staking protocols, and in recent time, guys, liquid protocols associated with liquid staking have witnessed a decline in locked value as well. And guys, listen, on the 4th of Jan 2022, the total value locked of all DeFi protocols was $240 billion. As of now, it is less than $50 billion, and this is probably because Ethereum holders are opting to use their staked tokens as collateral in lending protocols instead. And guys, by using these staked tokens as collateral, Ethereum holders can access additional capital for various purposes, including borrowing stable coins, participating in leverage trading, or generating yield through lending and borrowing activities. And to be honest, guys, this trend reflects a shift in user behavior as individuals prioritize the potential benefits and opportunities offered by collateralized lending protocols over relatively low returns provided by staking rewards. So in summary guys, what the Inside Wire Glassnode states is that the introduction of Ethereum staking withdrawal functionality has sparked interest in liquid staking tokens, with Lido emerging as a dominant provider. But while Lido's supply, liquidity and integration network effects have solidified its market position, there is a growing trend of users utilizing their staked tokens as collateral in lending protocols rather than locking them in liquidity pools, and this guys indicates a preference for potential benefits and opportunities provided by collateralized lending in DeFi ecosystem. Now this might sound a bit technical and geeky guys, but if you're into charts and graphs, what I definitely recommend you to do is look at Glassnode's weekly insight. They definitely provide quite a lot of charts and graphs, and if you're a nerd or a tech geek, you definitely need to check it out. Now guys, let's discuss some unfortunate news, and this is from down under, and it has to do with Binance. And Binance guys is currently under increased scrutiny as Australia's financial regulator has reportedly conducted office searches, and last Thursday guys, Australia's financial market regulator, called as ASIC, that is Australia's Security and Investment Commission, reportedly conducted searches at the exchange's local office of Binance in Australia. Now the official news guys is via Bloomberg, but it does not provide any official source, but the article does actually state that the move is part of ongoing investigation into the now defunct local derivatives business of the exchange. And guys, few weeks ago, I very specifically remember there were also talks that the US Security and Exchange Commission could have tipped off Australian Security and Investment Commission. Could that be possible that Gary Gensler is aggressively after Binance because of what they did to the friend and donor Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX exchange? To be honest, knowing the left-leaning administration guys, I definitely do think that that is possible. Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Twitter, and looks like they have some competitors, that is Spill and Threads is launched by Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg or Meta, and Meta guys is set to launch Threads, which is essentially an app similar to Twitter, and the website guys is threads.net, and when you go to the website it automatically takes you to the iOS store or Google store, and this is launching in the next 24 hours. And essentially guys, Threads is an Instagram app, something similar to Twitter, and it is a text-based conversation app and will be linked to a user's Instagram account. And it's going to be really interesting to see guys how this news develops, because one cultural difference is people in the UAE tend to use Instagram quite a lot in comparison to, let's say, Twitter or Discord, but people in the far west, they tend to use Twitter a lot, not so much on Instagram. And there are so many updates, particularly in the cryptocurrency world, that actually takes place in Discord, but people in UAE barely use Discord as well. And the second protocol guys is called as Spills, and Decrypt has actually reported that the Spill app is a brainchild of two former Twitter executives, Alfonso Fons and Terrell and Davis Brown, who told Afrotech that they are building this app with the help of a diverse team of developers training Spill's artificial intelligence to detect abusive behavior. So it's going to be really interesting to see guys how this competition of Twitter works, and what would be really cool to see is if they have some tipping features, maybe they can get it connected to Lightning Network, and content creators are going to be tipped with Satoshis. So definitely cool concept. Now guys, let's discuss two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is regarding the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah, and the news essentially is that UAE Free Zone Ras Al Khaimah has teamed up with HBAR Foundation to support Web3 startups. So let me go ahead and briefly run through what that news is all about, because this collaboration guys offers startups access to grant programs and specialized support, and they aim to scale adoption of new ideas in the Web3 space, and initiatives include startup pitching sessions and joint projects like Venture Studios or Accelerator. And RagDAO guys is a part of UAE's effort to support crypto businesses, and RagDAO offers a free trade zone dedicated to Web3 in Ras Al Khaimah, and free zone guys in the UAE allow entrepreneurs to have 100% ownership of the businesses. But you need to remember guys that free zones often have their own tax schemes and regulatory frameworks as well, and the UAE supports emerging technologies like metaverse, blockchain, NFTs, decentralized autonomous organization or DAO, and decentralized apps called as decentralized applications through RagDAO as well. And UAE's regulatory approach to crypto has attracted global crypto businesses like Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, and even Gemini. Now this partnership guys between RagDAO and HBAR Hedera Foundation aims to provide comprehensive support for Web3 business startups, and support includes assistance in technology, marketing and business development. And the grant program will provide financial assistance to selected startups as well, and the startup pitching session will give entrepreneurs the opportunity to to showcase the idea, and joint projects such as venture studios and accelerator will be launched as well. And as we know, guys, the UAE support for crypto space has gained a lot of attention because of regulatory uncertainty in the United States, and the collaboration between the Free Zone and 8-Bar Foundation aims to foster innovation and growth in the Web3 sector. And this partnership, guys, strengthens the UAE's position as a favorable destination for crypto-related businesses. Now, what I really want to do is, guys, I want to release a series of episodes with Russell Kmart DAO, and I did actually send some of the top people an email, and I'm just waiting for some response, and maybe I can offer some assistance, particularly for startups and founders, in helping them to set up the operations. So definitely positive news for UAE. Now, guys, let's discuss the second news, and that is to do with Global Millennium Capital. And the news is that they are launching Web3 Accelerator program and aiming at investing in pre-seed to Series A companies. So let me very briefly run through what that news is all about. Now, the source for this article, guys, is via cryptoadventure.com, and the website, guys, is globalmillennialcapital.com. And Global Millennial Capital Limited, also called as GMCL, is the first venture capital investor to incorporate data science in traditional investment processes. And GMCL, also called as Global Millennium Capital Limited, focuses on thematic investment themes and artificial intelligence-led investment recommendations, and the company actively invests in global fintech sector, including fintech, Web3, blockchain, and artificial intelligence verticals as well. And GMCL, guys, operates with a $25 million one fund targeting early and growth stage investments, and their diversified investment strategy aims to risk-adjusted returns and alpha returns with downside protections. And GMCL acts as a long-term partner to entrepreneurs, deploying value creation strategies to enhance scalability and profitability to portfolio companies. And GMCL launches Web3 Accelerator program for pre-seed to Series A companies, and the program aims to invest in companies operating in various Web3 verticals, and verticals of interest include data ownership, Web3 privacy tools, NFTs, cryptocurrency platforms, blockchain technology, and DeFi as well. And guys, McKinsey's Web3 report highlighted the adoption of digital technologies and assets in the financial services industry. And guys, as we know, the smart contracts have been used in remittances, asset swaps, trade finance, insurance, and lending, and quite a lot of other. And GMCL, guys, is an emerging venture capital and digital asset investment manager, and the company specializes in investing in fintech and Web3 companies. And GMCL has launched the Web3 Accelerator program to guide and accelerate easy growth startups. And guys, the process is pretty simple. If you go to the website, you just need to go ahead and submit your pitch deck. That's about all. And the program that they have offers mentorship, hackathons, strategic connections, and monetary investments. It aims to reshape business models and tap into global Web3 ecosystem as well. And GMCL invites technology companies from diverse Web3 verticals to participate. So look, guys, if you're a startup, if you're a tech founder, or if you're someone keen in the Web3 space, you definitely need to check GMCL out, because the program includes a one-on-one mentorship, hackathons, testing, security, tokenomics, and connections with regulators, ecosystem participants, and investors, and quite a lot of other. And GMCL, guys, will invest up to $250,000 per company, with a total of 10 companies expected to be selected. And one thing to note, guys, is that early stage technology companies operating in various Web3 verticals are encouraged to submit their business plan and pitch decks. And GMCL utilizes data models, natural language processing, and artificial intelligence tools for data-driven investment decisions. And the company, guys, focuses on digital innovation and acknowledges the disruptive impact on conventional financial institutions. And GMCL investment style, guys, is inclusive, considering factors such as race, gender, and cultural background for improved socioeconomic outcomes. So it looks like, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility quite seriously as well. So definitely positive and beautiful stuff. So that's all, guys, from the Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website, that is area2071.com, that talks everything about Metaverse. And if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, guys, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Nidhi who says, Binance seems to be in a lot of trouble, and should I withdraw my funds from Binance? Now, first and foremost, Nidhi, what I'm about to say is not financial advice, so make sure you make your own decision. One thing to remember, Nidhi, is that not your keys, not your crypto, and this is applicable not just for Binance, be it let's say for Coinbase, even if it is for Bybit or any other cryptocurrency exchange for that matter. One thing to remember, Nidhi, is your keys, your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. Now, keeping all these things in mind, I wouldn't recommend you to keep cryptocurrency not just in Binance, but in any other cryptocurrency exchange for that matter. Now, lately, yes, Binance does seem to be in a lot of trouble, and I believe the whole drama started last year in September of 2022 to be precise, where they tried to go after Circle USDC. So what I'd really recommend you to do is listen to my episodes that are released in September of 2022, because what they try to do is they try to club a couple of Circle USDC, and this is more to do with an exchange in India, and they try to convert it into Binance BUSD, and ever since that, Circle USDC and Binance has been in a war, and looks like Circle USDC has kind of notoriously tied up with SEC, and they're going after Binance BUSD, and early in 2022, Binance also had this massive drama with FTX exchange, and Gary Gensler, as we know, is notoriously known for being pals with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and the left-leaning administration as well. Now, there's a lot of controversy, but unfortunately, when it comes to Binance and when it comes to left-leaning administration, all of them does seem to be true. And also, if you look at it, maybe there was a point in time where I actually thought that Binance is actually becoming bigger than Bitcoin. And if you look at the number of different projects associated with Binance, I do have to say that Binance at one point of time was definitely bigger than Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, even right now, if you look at Binance, the number third protocol is Binance BNB chain. The number third stablecoin is also Binance BNB. So right now also, if you look at it, Binance is kind of bigger than Bitcoin as well. But here's the thing, and here's the beauty about Bitcoin. Because there is a centralized entity, the SEC can go after Binance. But in case of Bitcoin, because by definition it is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, SEC or no one or no government can go after Binance, and that is the beauty of Bitcoin. Now, that being said, lady, it's also important to note it is also possible that Joe Biden would, let's say, out of his mind tweet that henceforward Bitcoin transactions are illegal, and as much as we dislike it, that would have a severe negative consequences. Or even, let's say, President Trump, when he gets back into the office in 2024, if he decides that Bitcoin is a threat to the US dollar, he can actually go ahead and make Bitcoin an illegal tender as well, or an illegal form of currency. So if you look at it, there are ways how the governments can aggressively go after Bitcoin as well, but definitely not in comparison to, let's say, a centralized exchange like Binance. But to answer your question, lady, and this is not financial advice, I personally do not keep any of my crypto in any cryptocurrency exchanges, but what you can do is maybe use a cryptocurrency exchange only when you want to sell it, or maybe if you want to do a quick swap or anything of that sort. But nonetheless, it is not financial advice. So those are my thoughts and opinion regarding your question. If you want to keep Binance or any of your crypto in any cryptocurrency exchange, personally, it's always important to remember, not your keys, not your crypto. So that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series from Blockchain DXB. In case if you have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And of the series of episodes in the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.